Hi everybody and welcome again to Adie's Asian Kitchen. Thank you for tuning in for another great show. Today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple dish. This one only take about 15 minutes to make and it's called Chinese Kale with pork cooked in oyster sauce. If you've ever tried this, you'll know that it's delicious. If you've ever eaten anything cooked in oyster sauce, you'll also know that it tastes delicious. Okay, so I've got the ingredients set out in front of me. We don't actually need a lot for this, so let's just take a quick look and then we'll get on with the cooking. Okay, to make this Chinese kale with pork cooked in oyster sauce, it's a very simple menu with a very simple ingredients. I've got some pork, some red chilies, some garlic, some sugar, some oyster sauce, a couple of spoons of oil and a nice big bunch of Chinese kale. So let's get chopping this up and then we'll make a start to the cooking. Okay, so I've got a nice big piece of pork here. It's about 300 grams and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a very sharp knife and I'm just going to cut it into nice thin slices. So it'll be a bit like having bacon. Okay, so when you're cutting the kale, it's very easy. Basically, all you do, you pull off the leaves just at the bottom. And then with the stalk, just take a nice sharp knife and just slice it across. And you can leave the last little bit. Okay, so same again. Just put the leaves to one side and then you can just, we're going to use all of this because this is the very delicious part of it. So okay, so we've got a nice big of kale leaves there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all the stalk and just pop it back into my bowl. And then I'm just going to put the kale leaves on the top. And now we're ready to start cooking. Okay, so now I'm going to take my mortar and pestle. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 6 pieces of chili. And I'm just going to get all that nicely crushed up. Okay, and then I'm going to put in 5 pieces of garlic. And basically I just want to give these a little bit of a push down just to break the garlics open basically. I'm not looking to get a paste or anything. So as you can see, it's just broke up mildly. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our cast iron pan here and I've got about 2 spoons of oil and I'm just going to drop that into the bottom and just give that a couple of minutes just to warm up. Okay, so I got my oil in my pan, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my chili and my garlic from earlier and I'm just going to scoop that out of the mortar and pop that into there. I'm just going to fry this for a few minutes just till I can get the smell of the garlic and the chili. Now I've got this turned up on a full heat at the moment because I want to make sure I get this fried very nicely. Okay, so that's the garlic and the chili that's just been cooking in there, frying away for a few minutes. And now I'm going to take my pork and I'm just going to scoop it into there and just quickly get everything mixed in. Try and get the pork separated so that it doesn't stick together, and just keep turning. Okay, so you can see that my pork is now cooking through very nicely. So I'm just going to turn this down to a medium heat. Don't need to be frying this anymore. And now I'm going to take my kale and just pop it all straight in, the whole lot. Okay, and I'm just going to sprinkle about a spoonful of sugar on the top and add my oyster sauce, and now just turn it over a few times. Let's get all the pork. Okay, so you can see that the kale is getting soft now. What you can do, if you wish, is get a pan of boiling water, drop the kale into the pan for a few minutes just to soften it up and boil it first before you put it into your frying pan. But you don't really need to. After about 5 minutes in here, it's going to be nice and soft anyway. It's going to keep the flavour much better. Okay, so, and there we have it. Probably one of the easiest ones that you're going to see. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to pop this onto a plate and we're going to give it a try. And it smells delicious. Wow, how delicious are we looking today? And this is only going to take you about 15 minutes to put this together. Very easy. Okay, and I know I've said this every time I make something, and it really is my favourite part of the show. I get to give it a try. So I'm going to get some of the pork and some of the kale. That really is delicious. You can eat this with rice, goes very nice with a rice side dish, or like me, you can just eat it as it is. It's very healthy and very delicious. Wow, look at that. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. I'm going to go and sit down and finish the rest of this off because it's delicious. Bye bye.